Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is doing well. It is, gosh, what's today's date? The dates have kind of just been flowing by so far this month. It's August 13th, Sunday, August 13th. And if you have been following what I've posted, I am doing IG lives throughout the month of August in celebration of Black Business Month. So I've connected with some awesome creative entrepreneurs, and I'm really excited about today. Thank you for joining. I'm super excited about today because I have two of my beauty industry sisters joining us that I actually met through an incubator program with the Wall Group. The Wall Group is basically an agency similar to a modeling agency, but for talents related to hair, makeup, wardrobe, nails, photography, that kind of stuff. So we met as individuals that were all a part of the incubator program and just had an amazing connection. And we don't live in the same areas, but we keep in contact with one another and kind of encourage one another from afar. So I'm super excited to have two of them joining me. One, her name is Katie Louie, but it's Katie Louie Strong now. She's a newlywed, so I'm super excited for her. And she is a professional makeup artist, and she is based in New York City. So she's going to be jumping on here. She's literally leaving set and jumping on here with us. And then the other young lady, her name is Jalan. And Jalan, I want to pronounce her last name correctly. I believe it's pronounced Aleem. She's originally from New York, but she lives now in LA, in California. And she and I actually had the pleasure of working together kind of as our last assignment with the incubator program, where she did hair, I did makeup. There was another gentleman who did the wardrobe styling, and then another artist who did nails. So she's been really busy. She's been doing her thing, and just, everybody's been doing their thing and just kind of really flourishing in what they do as individuals. So I wanted to jump on here and kind of give you guys a brief intro before I brought them on, so that you have a premise as to who I have joining us today. So let me see if I can get them added really quickly. Now, the whole idea behind, because I feel like, especially as a creative, it's unfortunate, but a lot of times creatives, we get a bad rap. Like, people don't really look at creatives or service-based entrepreneurs as true entrepreneurs, and it's sad, until you kind of made it, whatever that means, because you see I'm using air quotes. They don't really take that job seriously. Like, I remember, for me personally, when I left corporate America, moved cross country from the South to Arizona, which is where I'm based now, most of my family and friends thought I had lost my mind. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, you're chasing after a dream. And it was hard, but it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So I'm very, very thankful that I decided to kind of just push and persevere. And I think that's very important. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about, our experiences and things that we have had kind of happen in the past, and just experiences that we've had overall. I'm trying to get them to join. I don't know why it's saying they're unable. What is happening? When someone joins, anyone who can see their lives can also, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm trying to invite y'all. What's really good? It says that you can't join. What the devil? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna see if we can get Jalan. Okay, I see Jalan on here. Hold on one second. We about to. I know this thing is not trying to get the best of me today. I am not having it. Nope and nope.
Well,
Yes, it worked. Good morning.
Hey, love.
Glowing and stuff. Girl, you look good. How are you?
Girl, cheers to life.
Okay. Is that water? Okay, that's water. That is water.
Oh,
You're like, stop playing. It's water.
Yeah, we don't play.
Stop playing. I'm still sipping on my coffee. I'm not even going front.
I need a
So I kind of gave a really brief introduction. Hold on one second, because I see Katie coming up. Am I about to have both of these ladies on? I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. It said, can you see if you can have her join on your side? I don't know why my thing is acting funny.
Let me see. It says,
Because I
mentioned.
know I have seen multiple people be on these lives before. So what's really good?
I feel like what I did was request. So if Katie can request, then
Okay.
My end.
Katie, try to request again. I don't know why it's acting. Hold on.
Ooh, my bad. Ooh.
I saw. Did it go out? It went out and came back. Oh, Jesus.
There we go. Hi.
Yay. Okay. So I've already done a brief intro for both of you, but I want y'all to introduce yourselves and look, give us all the accolades, okay? This is the time for you to pat yourself on the back because I feel like we don't get to do that enough. So please, 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 please give us all of the goodness that is happening with you, and just, you know, again, a brief intro as to who you are and how long you've kind of been doing what you've been doing. So Jelani, I'm going to start with you so I can sit in my cup.
Okay. Well, I've been in the industry, the hair world, or cosmetologist for 12 years, maybe more than that now. I really have lost count. And I was mostly doing salon work for years, and then the last 3 years I transitioned into industry work of on-set work, and I did do and goes in New York for a minute, and then I moved to LA, and now I'm doing way more production, photo shoots, celebrity clientele, and it's been a whirlwind transition because the preparation is totally different. The confidence is different. You have to. It's not different. It's just like, I don't know. You're in rooms with different energies, so you have to learn how to like read rooms and figure out where you fit in and what your skill set, like who you can work with, like what your skill set matches with, because everybody is not going to be your client, and you have to be okay with that. But I mean, I love my journey. It's still a journey. It's still ongoing. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to like land, or if I need to even like put myself in a box. If I could just do what I do.
Okay. Miss Katie, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. What you up to?
So right now, currently just freelancing, working at different networks, and just taking it day by day. Like the industry is so crazy. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of different things that are a lot of different factors that are impacting the industry in all different ways, from fashion to editorial, productions, unions. So I'm just trying to navigate through that and really, move forward. That's pretty much really what I've been, doing right now. And yeah.
Well, good. So I briefly let everybody know how we met, very briefly, because this is about us. It's not about anybody else. This Instagram just belong to us. So yeah. So I want us to speak candidly. If people have questions as they're watching, definitely feel free to ask questions. But if you watched my live last week, I really kind of just let Wes talk about his experiences, talk about things that he's gone through and that he's dealt with and he's overcome, because it's not necessarily just a conversation about for us to kind of just dog people out. It's really not. But it's about us shedding light on what is actually happening for us as creatives in our journey, because people have this very false sense of, oh, you must be working with all of these amazing people and making all of this money. And that's not really what it is. So we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that y'all don't really realize is happening. So with each of us, we're all creatives and we all do different things. So when you decided to embark, and I'm going to speak to Katie, I'm going to speak to you with this question. So when you decided to embark upon the journey within makeup artistry, kind of what was your, like, what drew you to it? And did you feel like as an African-American woman, you had to do something different in order to stand out?
So I think, well, I know what drew me to it is just always being an artistic type of person, and just growing up drawing, painting. I remember being in art class in like the second grade and just staring at the color wheel and like trying to understand color theory and how things mix and then how that can translate into art on people's face. So for me, it's kind of a I look at it when I do my editorial and fashion kind of gigs is that I'm creating art on people's face. So take it from the sketch paper to someone's face. That's what really pulls, keeps me, inspired. And really, for me, inspiration. I don't necessarily like go see someone, a style of, like maybe YouTube makeup or like Instagram makeup, and like that inspires me. Like I could literally see a pattern and like that inspires me, like a piece of art, like a painting or something, and then that makes me want to go and create something on someone's face that doesn't necessarily like isn't pretty makeup, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry, what was the second point that you asked?
Do you feel like you had to do something to kind of stand out as an African American woman?
I feel like honestly in this space, there isn't so many people that look like us. So really it's just like I'm not trying to do what everyone else does. For me, I did, really do a lot of celebrity stuff, and I'm like, is this really what I like? I don't know. A lot of editorial stuff. I had to dabble, like, do I like doing like bridal stuff? Like, and honestly, I wasn't more so trying to be in a space. Like, I mean, obviously we're going to notice that when we go on set that we're like the only ones that look like us, or, the only ones that have big curly afros and everything. So that's obviously going to, make us feel like, could make us feel a little bit different, or more in spaces that we're the only one.
I will say to that, like, even when you're just on set existing in whatever you look like, you don't even like, oh, I'm the black. You don't feel like that until someone says something.
Yeah. Until it becomes like,
a talking point.
Exactly. So, I mean, for us, it's like, okay, until someone makes it a point, like, oh, I love your hair texture. Like, this is just normal to me. Like, it's not something that people make it something.
Yeah. And Jalan, what about for you? Do you feel like, especially, with you being a hairstylist, I feel like for me, I know when I went back to school to get my hair license, it really opened my eyes as to what was being taught in school and what was not being taught.
Yeah.
So kind of talk to us a little bit about what your experience has been and how you diversify your portfolio, because I feel like you diversify your portfolio, and it's not, I don't feel like it's intentional, it's automatic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be intentional, but a lot of people want to put a label on you because, oh, your portfolio is so diverse, so that means you only work with one type of people. So kind of talk about that a little bit.
I will say that when I started doing hair, I was doing like the little girls I grew up with. So I was like braiding their hair after babysitting them, getting paid extra money to braid hair. So I would say that my hair journey started on natural texture of hair. When I went to beauty school, it switched to learning more diverse types of hair textures, which I loved. It's quite frankly easy. It's very like fast and go, like
Right.
and then learning color and all that. But beauty school doesn't teach you how to do hair. I feel like a lot of people should know that. It's not a school that's going to train you in, I mean, I guess it depends on what school you go to. I think certain schools can add on advanced, and depending on what teachers you have. We had some great teachers at our school that would have like little pockets of time to teach us certain things. But other than that, they were teaching us the classics that we needed to pass state board. That was it. And everything else that I've learned throughout my hair journey has been working in different salons, picking up techniques, skills from other hairstylists that were open to teaching, because every hairstylist ain't like that. There's a lot of gatekeeping in hairstyling. There's a gatekeeping in hairstyling even to this day. But I was blessed and fortunate to work with some people that were, open to sharing their skill set and open to, just, how some people just want to see you grow.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people that I was blessed to be around in certain times in my career. And now I guess my portfolio is diverse because I feel like I do. Everyone asks me, what do you do? What do you do? I'm like, oh, I do everybody's hair. I could do anybody's hair. Like, it's whoever, like, if you sit in my chair and we consult about it, the only thing I don't do or don't like doing is trying to make something happen out of unhealthy hair. That's a point for me, because I just like, you gotta cut this off, but nobody wants to go there. But other than that, what was the other part of the question? I don't remember.
No, you keep talking. You're answering all of it.
Okay. Well, I guess I just naturally diversified the bag by the path I took, the journey I was on. Yeah. And you mentioned gatekeeping. I didn't know we that was gonna come up, but let's go ahead and just sometime.
I mean, because it is happening in a major way. And for those of you that don't know, again, or just joined, I'm dually licensed. I'm based in Arizona, so I do makeup and hair. Katie is based in New York. She is a union makeup artist, and Jalia is based in LA, and she is a session hairstylist. And we're kind of just talking about our experiences, again, in celebration of Black Business Month for the month of August, and our journeys as creative entrepreneurs. So, Lord have mercy, the gatekeeping. I didn't realize it was as bad as it is until I went to an event. I will never forget. I went to an event. I was standing in line to talk to one of the educators that had just got off of the stage. And I'll never forget, he got off of the stage and there was a girl that was standing in front of me, and she was just so excited to talk to him. And she walked up to him, and I gave them some space because I don't like just being all up on people in a personal space. So I gave them some space, and I heard her ask him a question, and she asked her question. She got a picture or whatever. And as she was walking off, I heard one of them say, I should have charged her for that. And I was like, dang, like,
I heard
You don't
that
see
so
how
much.
eager these people are to talk to you. Like, she just wants you to feed her spirit. It's not even about, like, she was just so geeked that that person answered that one question. And I feel like that just really put a bad taste in my mouth as it relates to some of these hairstylists and makeup artists that are in the industry. They will smile in your face like everything is cool in the game, but if they feel like you might potentially be coming for their job or you getting too close, red flags start going up. So between that and the gatekeeping, baby, it's a lot happening. I see we got a question too. I'm gonna let y'all speak on that, but I want to make sure we get this question. What's the difference in being a union or session stylist? Okay, we will definitely make sure that we answer that for you. Okay, so what's y'all's opinion? Because it's a
Well,
lot happening.
I think that, I mean, I've heard that so many times, and it's just like, that is, I, I mean, I think that a lot of people are, they put on this like persona of like being so confident and like what they're doing and everything. And it's just like, if you are, then it's not really necessary to, there's nothing wrong with giving information. Information is out there for free. Like, why be selfish? Why? I mean, I want to see people grow. If I know something that can help you, I just feel like I could never be a selfish person like that and know something that could help you. You know, why would I watch you struggle on set? And I've seen that so many times where it's just like, you know, Fashion Week, like everyone's doing, you know, we're working in teams and then maybe one person's behind, but it's like, and I'm done. Like, why would I just sit there and like maybe you a little bit lost on what the, excuse me, what the concept is. And, you know, you may feel a little bit a little intimidated going to the key, you know, and being like, actually, like I don't really understand like how to achieve this look, but then you have another group of makeup artists who been done 15 minutes ago and they're just watching you sweat. Like that's so unnecessary. And um I mean, it's just like completely unnecessary behavior, and I've probably seen it like years after years after years, shows after shows, every fashion week, like people are doing those type of things, and it's just like, you know, fashion week opportunities are not that hard to get. Like I think people that are in the that are not in this industry, they look at it like, oh my gosh, New York Fashion Week or like that kind of stuff. People don't know that a lot of that stuff is unpaid. The stuff that actually is paid, you're not even making like tons of money from it. So you're not making anywhere what people outside of this industry would think, because they're seeing these brands and all of this and thinking that it's like so glitz and glam and fabulous and everything. And it really, when it gets to that kind of stuff, it really isn't what it is. So it isn't what it is all the time. It can be, but I feel like a majority of the time, people make it like a bigger deal than it like really is. And I just feel like a lot of the behavior is just like petty and childish and immature. If we're gonna like keep it, you know, all the way 100 about it,
Yeah, it is.
because we're all
Jelon,
there as a
what you think?
team. So
I just feel like, you know how they say you don't need to meet all your heroes. Like, you really don't. 'Cause sometimes you get in those rooms and you meet these people and you're immediately turned off by the energy, and you're just like, and then when you are a person that's coming up and you don't have these relationships, because that's what it is, it's relationships. When you don't have these relationships and you're trying to get in the industry and you want to be in these people's good graces, but if they're kind of like not giving you what you perceive as good energy, then it's like, let me just stay out of their way. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to like read sometimes even what to do. I don't know. I've been in some interesting dynamics.
people not being
You,
approachable or like, you know,
And
standoffish for no
on the other
reason.
side of that, on the other side, I've been in some incredible, and I'm a name drop because I think she's just incredible. She's been helping me so much. She mentions me when, you know, people don't have to mention you. So when she mentions me and tries to give me these opportunities, or not tries, actually does give me these opportunities, she'll make a personal phone call about these opportunities, and not just like dang, like, God bless her. Like, but when I do work with her, I really work. Like, I don't just stand around and like, if there's nothing to do, I'm gonna clean the whole kit. I'm gonna revamp the whole thing. Like, I'm like make sure everything is good to go. Like, and I'm actually there to learn. I don't think I know more than the stylist, and I don't do ego very well, but I'm okay with somebody thinking they are bigger than what they are. Not this person particularly, but I am okay with people thinking that because I'm aware of like where you got to be in your headspace to even be behaving that way. So I just be like, let them do them. I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? I'm just make sure I have my things in order. And sometimes you can't please people no matter what you do. So I'm okay with that. Like I just have to like learn. Okay, I'll just never work with that person again. If it's terrible, I'll just never do that again. No matter how good the money is, no matter how. Sometimes your pieces work more than that money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I say
Oh,
all
my
the
name
time,
drop is Lacey Redway. She's
I knew deep down that's who you was talking about, but I was gonna wait to see if that's who you were referring to. That's a blessing to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Really, I really am.
Fantastic. I think that she has and will continue to open more doors for Black women.
Is she signed? I don't believe she's signed.
She's her own.
Is she?
She's her own. She was signed, I feel like. I think she was with the Wall Group, but now she's her own thing.
Just FYI, she was signed. Y'all heard her say that, right? She was signed. She's no longer signed.
Oh,
so that means she's making it happen on her own.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing. I think sometimes too people think you have to be represented by somebody in order to get all of these shiny opportunities. No, you don't.
It's the relationships that those people already have that are able to put you in position. But if you are developing these relationships by just moving through, you don't need it.
Yeah. Developing relationships, strong work ethic, good communicator, positive to be around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Professional. I mean, all of the above. All of the above. Like, oh gosh. So I had somebody say to me, because I'm very careful with my words. So, and I'm careful with my words because I believe that life and death is in the tongue. So I'm careful about what I say about myself, as well as like my kids and other people that I'm affiliated with, because I want to be speaking life. I want to be speaking positivity. I don't want to hear none of the shenanigans. Like, even if if I have a headache and I know I have a headache, I'm not going to verbally say it out loud. I'm like, Lord, please heal this headache. You know, I'm going to say something along those lines. And I'll never forget, somebody said to me, oh, you're local. I was like, last time I checked, I'm out of state every month. Every single month. So I might be based somewhere, I might reside somewhere, live somewhere, but if I'm getting booked from the East Coast to the West Coast, I'm not local, and I'm making that happen on my own without an agency. At one point I was regional. At one point I was national. Now I'm getting ready to be overseas in like 2 months. So I'm real careful about my words because I want to speak life over myself, over my career, over the things that I feel like are destined to happen. And as I say that, I'm kind of leading into my next question, or my next topic that I want y'all to kind of talk about as it relates to building the relationships, and as it relates to working with agencies or with not, because it is not all that it's cracked up to be, you know. And I think it's important that we kind of talk about some of the the gray areas as well. People think that being a part of these agencies is just going to open up the door to so many other opportunities, and you don't realize that your pay is short or not coming the way that you thought it was going to come, or it's taking way longer than it was supposed to. You know, when you work a regular, and I say regular because there are jobs out there, most jobs that are corporate or fast food or whatever, that you get paid biweekly. Or if you're in a corporate environment, you get paid twice a month. Or if you're in the military, you get paid on the 1st and the 15th. You know when your money is coming. For us as creative entrepreneurs, we have to do a little, we got to play a little bit of Tetris sometimes to get our coin. And it doesn't always feel good. You know, you think sometimes you're going to get your pay within 30 days and it ends up being 60 days. And then 60 days turns into 90 days. And then 90 days turns into 6 months. There's so many variables to all of this. So let's kind of dive into that a little bit and how you feel like you have had to kind of navigate. So either one, y'all can jump in.
It's such a
Look at both of y'all smiling. Come on, say it. Say it. Say what's on your mind.
That's the hardest part.
yeah.
That's the hardest part. It takes away the, like, I see all this messaging about, oh, if you love what you do, da 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 da. But if I'm loving what I do and it's connected to my job and I'm not being paid for it, it kind of takes it diminishes the love some.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it becomes like just more of a task than anything else, because on the business side of it, I have to reach out to these people over and over and over again to get $300. Like, I wonder if they think, oh, it's just $300, they're gonna forget about it. Like, they're not even gonna care.
Exactly.
And I'm like, but if it's just $300 and you're big time, why can't you just
give me the $300?
Just give me the $300 and then you get paid when you get paid. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you keep that. That's how I feel, and that's how
Yeah.
certain artists I work with. That's how they do business. They'll pay
Yeah,
you
me too.
immediately, and then they don't have to worry about it later on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
they know how it feels.
Mhm.
I work with some super talented artists, and just like even back in the day assisting them, and then they've been like, I'm just gonna pay you. I haven't even got paid for this, and it's probably gonna take a while, but I'm gonna go ahead and pay you because I don't want you waiting around for $300, $400 when I knew how it felt to wait around for $300, $400. So why would I do you like that? And I mean, that still happens. I mean, honestly, I've um really gotten to a space where I'm like, okay, this is to not take every opportunity if it doesn't make sense for me or my brand anymore. So it's just like at a point I was like, okay, I gotta do this, like, yes, I'm available, I'm always, like I'm always trying to make myself available. And then I'm like, why am I going to be available for people who don't even have enough respect for like what I do, which is the same thing that they do, but then like now, because like they're up here and like I'm kind of right here in their head, that they can I mean, it's basically just like shitting on people for no reason.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's what it absolutely is what it feels like. And it's even worse when you feel like you have to, like you mentioned, just, keep constant. Why do I have to keep pressing you about this? You wanted me so bad when you first reached out to me. You thought I was, the bee's knees. I brought so much value to being a part of the team. And now when it's time to pay, it's crickets. Or I got to talk to your assistant or your assistant's assistant. Or you just don't say anything at all. But you all over Instagram living your best life.
yeah.
Just saying.
I'm dead. Honestly, it's just like I feel like some people, it is what it is. Like some people just like lack integrity, and that's because like if you really had integrity in like what you do and everything, then there's if you have someone as assisting you, then they're like, you know, essentially working for you. So there's no reason to all of a sudden like lack communication once payment needs to be received. You know, that's just
My
not
thing is,
right.
like, if you want us to work for free, literally just mention that. Just
Exactly.
say, this is an unpaid opportunity, but I do need an assist. Da, 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 da. Don't be like, oh, you're gonna get 500 each day, and then take 6 months to pay me
Right.
that money. That's bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the
Be
industry
upfront in your communication. So since you guys we've all had to deal with that, what do you feel like the biggest lesson has been in how you move forward? I know, Katie, you mentioned if it doesn't serve you and your brand, you're not going to connect yourself to it. But on the documentation side, what do you feel like you've kind of learned as it relates to things that you really need to be making sure that you're practicing in your business?
The contracts, like the fine print, like the deal memos, like things gonna be, you know, if you signed it, then that's your, you know, and it's not, if you signed it, 30 days pass or whatever the payment terms were, they pass. And if there's penalties beyond that and you agree to it, then like you need to be held accountable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jalan, what
Yeah,
you think?
the deal memos. Deal memos. I've learned that. I didn't know about that. Now I know. And every job that I take on that is for me, send out a deal memo. And we both sign, and then we're good and locked in. And I've been paid on time from all those jobs. It's the assisting jobs that are. And is it practice to send deal memos for assisting?
I haven't seen any deal memos when it comes to assisting. I'll be honest.
I
I know
say
if I have
it is
somebody
in the-
assist me, I will make sure that they have a deal memo just because, you know, I've been burned in the past. So again, trying to pay it forward, making sure that I'm educating the next person. But I haven't received any as an assistant.
That's literally it. The assisting jobs. Those are the jobs that you don't get paid from us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not every
It's an interesting
job,
beast.
but a lot of assisting jobs. Not every single one, but a lot of
Yeah.
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 A lot of them.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
It is. It's
Yeah.
super unfortunate because we come into this industry so excited and like happy to do what we do, and like sometimes the money doesn't matter, right? Like sometimes we would love to just create a relationship and like be in the room and like see how you work, see what certain things you do and all these things. But like if you say you're gonna pay a person, pay that person. And we do have it in email. It's not verbal. I don't do any verbal agreements. I have everything in some sort of writing. Because, and I hate that it has to go that way. I've been calling people like, should I get lawyers involved? Like, I hate that it even has to go that way. Like, who wants to do that? It's really crazy.
But if you don't advocate for yourself, nobody else will.
That's what you're learning. That's exactly what you're learning.
Yeah.
To stand on your own.
Absolutely.
Stronger, more confident.
100%. I know somebody asked a question. I don't want y'all to think we forgot. Somebody said, what is the difference between a union and a session stylist? I'm going to answer, but I want each of you all to answer as well because we might have different definitions. I feel like they could potentially be one and the same. It depends on if you have applied to be a part of a union or not. You know, as far as session styling, that's specific to you working in production. So like you're working on set for some type of production, whether it's commercial, editorial, film, or television, that's the space that you're working in. It's production-based work. So that's where the session styling title comes into play. And then union is, of course, that's an extensive application process. So what do y'all want to kind of chime in on that as well?
Well, so the country is divided up into different jurisdictions as far as the different unions go. So out on like the East Coast, it's the local 798, which is all the way jurisdiction from Maine to like down to Florida. Basically, the local 798, it represents like hairstylists and makeup artists in the entertainment industry and like motion TV, film. So it can be like what regular, like what you would call like stylists. Um, I mean, there's people that are in the union that are agency signed too. So, yeah, I would say that you could be agency signed and be in the union too. There are a lot of people that are.
Yeah, it's just like another avenue.
Yeah.
It's just another.
For me, like getting into it's just like for me, more long term, like future benefits I saw in being a part of it. So, like retirement, pension, 401k. I mean, not 401 because you do not have a 401k because it's not like. Let me back up. So, if you work a corporate job or something, a lot of people have 401ks and like that kind of stuff to fall back on for retirement. So, a benefit of being part of one of the unions is that you do, when you work, you're paying into your annuities and your pension, and so that you will have something when you are ready to retire. So, for me, I felt like this might be a good avenue um, for my future. And I still get to do makeup and everything, and I'm still doing production. And um, some jobs are specifically for union artists. So I wanted to be able to do certain things. And some networks that you work at are networks that only accept union hairstylists or union makeup artists. So I wanted to not really like limit myself to say and just have a little bit more opportunities for myself.
Jelon, you got any thoughts of joining the union?
I feel like I'll be on that way. It's a little more protection in your work. Um, usually most careers have unions, so I think a union would be probably the next step for me, applying and doing all the things. But like I've been in LA for a year and a half, and I'm still getting like acclimated to this lifestyle. So hopefully,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I came to New York 8 years ago, so it's going on 9 years, and I had no idea about a union. All I knew is like I want to do, fashion and editorial and celebrity makeup in New York. And just being out here and connecting and networking with people, then I was like, oh, there are different avenues that you could take in this industry. Not everybody's doing celebrity stuff, but people are, working on shows that are on Netflix and Hulu and everything. They may not have like 100,000 followers on Instagram and be verified, but they're in the union and they're doing some of your favorite shows. They're doing the characters.
yeah, I actually just did a job, NDAs and all that, but it's Netflix, and it's just like what we do for each other as artists and connecting each other. That's what really puts us on. Like a makeup artist will refer hairstylists refer makeup artists, and we end up in jobs that we're not unions, we're not supposed to be, but they end up their ways. Like if
Oh yeah.
people want you, they will get you, and you will be on, and then maybe you'll be well on your way into being into the union because of that one little thing. So the only advice, if I was to give advice to anybody that wants to be a hairstylist, makeup artist in the industry, just get around good people. Like, be around people that you could trust, that you would want to grow with, and do your best work.
What advice do you have, Katie? That was about to be my next question, so thank you for hitting on it.
Yeah, I think just really like take some time to evaluate, like really think about what space you want to be in and the type of you know, people you want to be around and make good connections and always have great set etiquette and professionalism when you're on set and do the right thing and, you know, be helpful when you need to be helpful. Don't be overly helpful when you don't need to be, you know, be able to read the rooms and make the connections with people that you meet, because you never know who could bring you on to what, or who you might want to recommend for something. And yeah, because I feel like right now, where my career is right now is not where I thought it would be 8 years ago. So and it's like moving towards I'm doing a lot of great things that I didn't think I would ever do, and in spaces that I didn't think I would ever be in. And it's really just because of the connections that I've been able to meet people on set, and then make friends, and then there's other opportunities than just being, you know, like a celebrity, you know, YouTube and makeup artist, or Instagram famous makeup artist, or whatever.
That's awesome. So as we kind of prepare to close, what can you share that you are currently working on that you're excited about? Be as discreet as possible.
Well, I would say right now, for me, I'm kind of, I mean, I just got married. I'm kind of taking a hiatus off of a lot of things. And also there is a lot of people about the strikes going on. So right now, everything is kind of blacked out right now. And I mean, as far as like network news, you know, different stuff going on, that's always going to be going on. But as far as like really exciting gigs, a lot of stuff is on hold right now until things come to, you know, the different unions come to an agreement. So,
Yeah.
Jelon, didn't you just open up a salon?
Oh yeah, the salon. Well, it's not.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh,
know.
that's
I joined the salon. Yes.
Oh, you joined it. Okay, well that's exciting. Come on,
Yeah.
girl.
yeah.
Just
Downtown LA. It's a
Congratulations.
beautiful, beautiful place. I love that I'm able to like delve deeper into, because you get your one-on-one sessions with people without all the producers covering how long you need, how long you need, how long you
Right.
need. You literally just get to hone in and just feel like it'll help me with everything across the board. So that's exciting. And then I'm doing a lot of, you never know what emails you're going to get. So
Yeah.
check your spam, check your
I
email,
always,
respond to your emails, and get your money.
Yeah, get your money. Please get your money. Please get your money. Well, I appreciate both of you guys for joining me today. I think this was good. I hope it answered some questions for people that had questions and kind of shed a little bit of light on some things that are occurring in the spaces that we're in. I really am excited about all of the things that are yet to come. I'm very thankful for both of you guys and being able to meet you all through the program that we went through. I'm very thankful for that. So I love watching y'all's journeys and cheering for you on the sideline for sure.
Cheers for both of you.
Somebody asked us a question. Are any of you doing New York Fashion Week? I'm not.
I'm going.
You going? Are you on Lacey's team this year?
On Lacey's team.
Oh, okay. I heard it like Katie actually had told me one year that y'all had did it, and I was like, there was so much joy. I was like, dang, that sounds like that was just dope.
That one was good.
Yeah, that was.
It was House of Alma.
Yep.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was like actually the first time my work was on Vogue.com. So that was like a major moment for me.
Let's go, Vogue.com.
Yeah.
And not Vogue, because you know people be making up stuff. So the real Vogue, okay? The real Vogue. Katie, are you doing New York Fashion Week this year?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to be cheering for you while you out there, Jelon. hopefully I will be in LA in September, so I'll have to hit you up when I'm there. My daughter will be in New York in the summertime. I know that's far off, but I'm going to call you, Katie, once she gets out there, because she's going out there with her agency and they're doing a bunch of stuff and I know nothing about New York. So like roll up on her like the auntie, like what are we doing up in here? Like what's going on? I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, so tell everybody where they can follow you and also give them your websites.
Well, you want to? Oh, I was there. My Instagram is Katie Louie Beauty, and then my website is katielouisbeauty.com.
And I'm at Jalan in Aleem, and my website is jalanaleemhair.com.
All right, y'all have a great upcoming week. Thank you so much for being on here. I truly, truly appreciate it. For those of y'all that are watching, I have another live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. What is that? 1 p.m. Eastern Time, with a young lady that is on the front lines at the strikes that are happening in LA right now. So I'm super excited to be able to talk to her because she's a storyteller and she's a creative behind the lens. So we're going to get some insight as to what's popping with this strike so we can get back to this coin, okay? For real.
And thank you, Jalia. Thank you for putting all this together. Yeah, this is
You're very, very welcome. I appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.